Hey everyone, just a quick check-in at the beginning of week 2, just to make sure everybody is aware of where they should be at. The first week's always a bit of a weird week because we've got lots of new students being dropped in the course, some students coming out. So I tried to make the workload a little bit lighter to account for people who are starting late. Technically, what we're looking at, so Module 1 was really just your orientation. Module 2, I've spread between the first and second week just to get everybody back up to speed. Starting next Monday will be Module 3, and from that point on, you can expect one module per week. It'll open up every Monday morning, and everything you see listed in that module will be due the following Sunday night at midnight. I just want to give you guys a few pointers on things because I see in your Dropbox assignments and your intro discussions, many of you are first-time online learners, and some of your concerns, well, most of your concerns were very similar in that you were afraid you were going to miss out on something or not hand in something on time. So I just want to point out a few things to kind of keep you guys on track. First of all, when you log in, you're going to see on the left-hand side, you've got your calendar function here. I'm going to try and keep this up to date with anything that you need to either hand into a Dropbox or complete. So for instance, this coming week, we've got a Module 2 practice quiz. So a note about the practice quizzes, when you see the word practice, it means it's not for marks. I get to see how you did on those quizzes, and I use that as sort of a tool of assessment for me as we work through the course to see where you're at. Practice quizzes can be done as many times as you like. And it's just to kind of help you guys review the material that you're working on and help prepare you guys for unit tests. So practice quizzes, again, complete them as many times as you want, and they're not going to count towards your final grade, even though I can still see what how you score on those. Okay, so that's one thing. When you guys log in, I'll release, a module each week. You're going to go get in the habit of going to Content Browser. This is where all your work is. So when you click on Content Browser, you're going to see each module listed. Kind of an overview of everything on the left-hand side here. And you can see everything that's within. So for instance, if I click on Module 2, you're going to see everything that's to be completed in Module 2. And my suggestion to you is just work through in the order that you see here. Okay? And just know that I will keep you up to date on what's specifically due each week because we split Module 2. Some of you got started on it last week, and so I'm giving you guys to the end of this week to get everybody back up to speed. Okay, so that's one thing. Two things you guys, so the three things you guys should have done: practice Dropbox assignment. That was the sort of getting to know you. The introduce yourself to the class discussion, and then the Magic Milk discussion was also due last night at midnight, if you guys are reading this Monday morning. One thing I want to say about that, just in case you guys weren't aware, you can always check feedback. So I'm just going to show you, if you want to see, I've written each and every one of you feedback to your getting to know you Dropbox assignments. Here's how you go and look at it. Go back to the Dropbox. And so beside the assignment that you guys submitted, there's a column over here called feedback. As soon as you see a little bubble there, it means I've left you some feedback. Please go back and read it because I've answered a lot of your questions and some concerns that you might have. And then same for the discussion. If you go back to the discussion, I've responded to every single one of you in terms of if you had any questions there as well, but also the introduce yourself to the class. One of my questions was advice for first online learners, and a lot of you who have taken online classes have some great advice. So if this is your first time, you might want to go scroll through and have a look at that. One thing I've had a couple questions about is saving files as PDFs. It's sometimes not always an option in every word processor. I know in your schools, if you have Microsoft Word, you can actually save the file type as a PDF when you're working on it. But the best, most reliable and free is the Google Docs. So if you go into Google Docs, the only thing is you have one extra step. You're working in Google Docs, then you actually have to download that file as a PDF. This will become helpful for you guys when you start working on, say, like a PowerPoint presentation. If you use the Google presentation, I think it's called Google Slides, same thing, you can save those as a PDF as well. So just something to keep in mind. Your schools should all be equipped with that, and or you can start your own account on